vision, vision, vision. What do you want to be? Who do you want to be? How much money do you want to make? Like he just talked to us about his vision of flying on a private jet somewhere and going along with him. Thank God we're going with him, right? Right? It's a vision that you gotta have, right? Build a wonderful worship. Number one, you gotta cast a vision. You have to cast a vision, right? People need to follow you for a reason. Cast a vision. This is who we are. This is what we stand for. This is where we're going. Follow me, and I will take you there, right? Follow me, and I will take you there. You will succeed as long as you follow me and you do the things that you need to do, right? What's your vision of your workplace? Do you see candy canes and chestnuts? Wood chips flying in the air and falling into the neat little piles, whistling and singing, right? Busy little elves, reindeer running around. Isn't that what we see here? Seriously, like what are our candy canes? PHP Ladies, Bora Bora, Book Club, Fastest First Vancouver. Those are our candy canes. Do we see people running around singing, dancing, Lauren? Right? Do we have people here working? Do we have people here working? Is this a workshop or what? It is a workshop. We're trying to deliver something amazing to families, right? Just like Santa does. And Santa just told me right now, you gotta have a vision, but Chris also told me that you gotta have a vision, right? It makes sense 100%, right? It makes sense 100%. You gotta have a vision, right? Number two, focus on people as well as your purpose. So number one, bullet point here was what? Make the mission the main thing. Number two, focus on people as well as your purpose. So we have to recruit. Santa recruits, man. He recruits elves and he recruits reindeers. He does. And then he sells them into the vision. He does, bro. He does. How do you think you got your toys when you were 5, bro? Come on, get out of here. Right? He does. Right? He does. He sells his people into the vision. So if you have a vision that's bigger than yourself, but you don't recruit, you're not going to get there. You will not get there, right? Santa knows that in order for him to accomplish his mission, which is delivering toys to over 2 billion kids in this planet, right? He needs to recruit people. He can't do it by his own. He cannot do it. And he needs reindeers, and he recruits them. He recruits them, and he sells them the vision. If we do this together, this is the end result. This is what we're going to accomplish. Right? Does that make sense? Because it's bigger than just Santa delivering toys, the smiley faces of the kids, right? We were kids at one point. How happy were you when you got that gift under the Christmas tree? That's what happens. What's going on over here?
Oh, yes, we will.
Got it. Okay. So think about it. So we're in the business of people, right? We're in the business of people. That you guys got recruited into here, right? Number 3. Let values be your guide. Let values be your guide. So Santa has values, right? And he passes down to his team. So he tells the story here in this book. Santa tells the story. There's this little elf. We're going to call this little elf Stephanie.
Why do I get elf?
Just follow me. So Stephanie comes out to Santa and says, look, I love working here. I love being here. I love what I do here. Right? And Santa responds, isn't this a fun place to be? It's super fun to be here, right? Stephanie says, yes. Yeah, and Santa says, is it the chestnuts? Is it the toys, package toys that make you happy being here? Is it delivering the toys and seeing the smiles, faces, kids? You know, what is it? He says, that has nothing to do with that. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. You know why this is the happiest place on earth for me, Santa? Santa says, why, Stephanie? Because I love what we stand for. Because I love what the worship stands for. I love who we are. I love who we want to be. And I love where we're going. Because he has a set of values. Santa has a set of values. And this little elf named Stephanie goes out to him. It has nothing to do with the toys and the kids smiling and the parents are happy and the chestnuts and the Christmas tree. It has nothing to do with that. When I come here, I love being here because there's a set of values. I love what we stand for, right? Santa has a set of values: respect, integrity, quality. Isn't it Christoph always like going off on people when we're not placing the our apps and whatnot? Doesn't he want quality though? Right? respect, integrity, quality, customer service, responsibility, and teamwork. One more time, respect, integrity, quality, customer service, responsibility, and teamwork. So this little elf named Stephanie loves the workshop because of what it stands for. I love belonging to USA because of what we stand for, because I'm very patriotic. I love our flag, I love our country, and I love it. I couldn't be on a better team. USA, I love it because of what we stand for. Like Chris Phil sold me already a vision that I already had, but he stretched it out. He stretched it out. He said, this is what we stand for. And every time he speaks, I get shivers on my spine. Every time. I love that. So I'm like the little elf that goes out to Papa Chris and like, I know what we stand for. You know, and then there's
Grinch.
I was not gonna say that. I'm gonna say Mrs. Santa. I was like, this
Says
is
the
right?
Grinch.
Mary.
The Grinch. Nick is the Grinch.
All right, guys, listen. So number one step. Build. It seems like he says, build. Build a wonderful workshop, right? 3 steps. Number 1, make the mission the main thing. Right? Number 2, focus on your people as well as your purpose. Number 3, let values be your guide. Let values be your guide. Values, right? Number 2. Oh man, I think this is gonna be
No.
No.
Points are part of number 1.
This is 1, the other 3 are bullet points.
Oh, got it. 1 ABC.
1 AB, whatever, like 1 and then ABCD, whatever works for you, right? Number two. Choose your reindeer wisely. Choose your reindeer wisely. Santa recruits a lot of reindeers. He does, he has to. How many does he have? 8 total? He has 9? He has 9?
Reindeer.
I didn't mean to come out that way. It's, you know what? It's a so bird. Bird's right here. That's what like.
You know what's on his mind.
You know, to most normal people, that's a messed up beat. To you guys, crazy wise, you see that's a messed up beat. To you guys, you see beer in there. Like, that's crazy. So you guys have the issues. I don't. Really. But if you want a beer, call me tonight. Guys, choose your reindeer wisely. So he does have to go through a process. 10-3-1. He does. He has to. It's in his book. He says it. I have to recruit a lot of reindeer in order for me to get the quality reindeer that I want, right? So he goes, number 1 is hire so you can manage. Hire tough so you can manage easy. Number 1 bullet point. Hire tough so you can manage easy. That's Mary Phelps, isn't it? Isn't it? That's Mary Phelps. Hire tough so you can manage easy, right? If you look at the names of the reindeer, right? Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, right? But there was one that you guys don't know about. So Rudolph, I guess he's that too. But this was one. This one that you guys don't know about that Santa talks about in his book. This one reindeer is called Misfit. This one reindeer that was called Misfit, right? Nobody knows about him because he's no longer at the workshop. Right? So, Misfit had a lot of potential, right? He could pull fast, he was strong, pull his weight, right? But there was one problem. He had a lot of issues. Santa says, I ended up spending way too much time watching Misfit, retraining him, counseling him, handling complaints about him from other reindeer, funneling complaints about reindeers about him for other reindeers as well, and the elves as well. Pretty soon, he was bringing the whole team down, and productivity was going down with them. All of that because of one Misfit reindeer. Because he didn't, Santa failed at not doing the right leadership. He spent too much time with his reindeer, as opposed to the other ones that are working. You see, Santa goes through that problem too. He does. He says it in his book unless he's lying. He says that. Says that. He said it one more time. Look, I ended up spending way too much time watching Misfit, retraining him, counseling him, and handling complaints about him from other reindeer, and him complaining about other reindeers. That's what it says right here. Brought the whole team down, right? Brought the whole team down. So what does that mean? Mary Phelps is really good at tough leadership, right? We've got to weed people out, right? What were the ones who want to work? Second bullet point. This is hit home too for me and for some of you too. The right ones will get promoted, right? For the right reasons. So, everybody saw Rudolph, right? You guys corrected me like, hey, there's Rudolph, right? However, right, there was Donner before Rudolph. So the song should have been about Donner, not Rudolph. It should have been about that, like Donner. Can you imagine? That's crazy. The red-nosed reindeer, that's crazy, right? So what happened with Donner was fast. He was twice as fast as everybody else. He was stronger. He could pull his weight and somebody else's weight. He was loud. He was running fast all the time, right? He wasn't the lead reindeer. One time, Santa says, you know what? You're loud, you're fast, you're stronger than anybody else. I'm going to put you in the lead. And what ended up happening was that Donner got everyone lost. He got everyone lost. They put him in the front and he couldn't lead. He wasn't meant to lead. He wasn't meant to lead. And somewhere in the middle, it was Rudolph. Why? He pulled his weight. You know, he was just as fast as everybody else, but he was watching. He says it right there. He was watching. He was learning. He was learning. It took him time. So the time came one night when Santa's flying, you know, the reindeers, and it gets foggy. And the reindeers get disoriented. And Rudolph says, hey, I can lead. I got this. And so he wasn't the fastest. He wasn't the strongest. It took him time. And he gets to the front, and he leads the way. He leads the way. Through the fog, through rain, through snow, he leads the way. And because of that, because he decided to lead, all the children got the presents. It took him time. But he got there. It took Rudolph time. And now because it took time and he decided to act upon leadership, now everybody knows about Rudolph, right? You really don't know about Donner. It took time. It took me time to get this business. It took Anel time to get this business. It's taking you, some of you guys, some time to get this business. Once you get it, you want to decide to act upon that leadership role. As long as you show up, there's a difference. As long as you show up, that you're here, that you're coachable, that you're not missing phone zones, right? Can you imagine if Rudolph does not decide not to show up and I'm not going to pull his leg? Nobody goes anywhere. Nobody goes anywhere. Nobody goes anywhere, right? Here. Number 3, make a list. And check it twice. Check it twice. Make a list. Number three, Manny, number 3, right here. Jesus. Make a list. And check it twice. Right? Plan your work. Santa plans his work. He plans his work. He says, our success and resulting reputation for our excellence is a result of clearly defined goals combined with well thought out plans and accomplish those goals. Do we make a list here? Do we check it twice? Some of you do, some of them don't, right? But we do have a plan here, right? Do we act upon it? I don't know. I think results can tell people who act upon it or not, right? Right? So what does he talk about? Number 1, and that's one bullet point, Manny, for you that's gonna, like, you know.
Yeah, I'm a
maybe
little
help.
slow.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, you gotta be clear.
So there's like 6 into 1. Number 1 is, what needs to be accomplished? What needs to be accomplished? What needs to be accomplished? Are we good? Number 2, why does it need to be done? Why? Why does it need to be done? Number 3, when does it need to be accomplished? Didn't we have something going on last month that needed to be done by the last of the month? When does it need to be accomplished? Number 4, where am I? Where are we now in relation to this goal? If you're running for marketing director, you started running in November, where are you right now in relation to that goal? Where are you? Number 5, who will be involved in accomplishing this? Who will be involved in accomplishing this? Obviously, you can't do it by yourself. There's gonna be a whole team and coaches and mentors. Number 6, how will it be accomplished? How will it be accomplished? In Santa's workshop, they plan. They have a plan, so they make a list and they check it twice. They check it twice, right? And second bullet point, Manny, is, because the one was highlight 6 sub-bullet points. Manny's confusing me, right? Work your plan. Guys, work your plan. So you have your plan, but you gotta work it. You gotta work it, right? You have to work your plan. So, I don't have much time, so I'm gonna give you a story that he talks about here. He says, as the Industrial Revolution began to happen, toys got more sophisticated in the early 1900s, right? And then he moves on, decades, right? And Santa's telling a story where, right, so now new toys had assembly required. I was like, holy crap, assembly required. So what do they need? They need a booklet, they need a blueprint. He told somebody there too, I'm not lying though, seriously, I'm like, did Pat like write this thing? And, like, seriously, it says, we need a blueprint, right? So the blueprint goes out with a toy so the kids can read it and understand it, and then easily put this thing together. So as the days go by, Santa gets emails and complaints from all the parents with pictures of the toys, right? And the parents are like, these toys don't look anything like the one that it's in the picture, bro. Like, you took my money, right? What's going on? I got like stuff left over, right? What's up, man? Right? But what Santa found out that when the toys arrived at their homes, it was not the children that were trying to put the toys together. It was the parents. And guess what parents do when you have a blueprint how to put together something?
They don't get it.
Throw it away. I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna do it my way. I know what to do. That's me. I got this. I got this. That desk is not completed. It looks completed, but I started working on it, like I said, no more. And I hired somebody else. And Santa found out it had nothing to do with the booklet or the blueprint or the toy. It had everything to do with the parents who decided to grab that toy, open up the box, didn't read the blueprint, and then try to put together on their own without even reading the blueprint. It says it right here, because I'm not making shit up. It really talks about it. And now all of a sudden there's a mess. But the parents are blaming Santa. Santa, what's up? The toys don't look like the ones that you sent me in the picture. But did you read the blueprint? I don't need to read the blueprint. I can do this on my own. But the toys, I feel like I got like parts left over. I don't know what leg this is coming from. What's going on? Santa says, you must read the blueprint. You must read the blueprint, right? Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Now, lastly, make the most of what you have. Make the most of what you have. There's more. I can finish it if you want me to. Next class, I can finish the other because there's 6 tests, but Chris was going to come and talk. But I think these are important so you can put yourself in a mindset like, this is what I need to do, right?
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. Okay, well, we're almost done. This one. That's it, right? Guys, listen. Make the most of what you have. There's a difference between I don't have the resources and being resourceful, right? Most people say, I don't have the resources, but you can be resourceful, right? So check this out. Santa says, look, man, people complain about not having enough. I can't make it happen. I don't have enough help. You know, my card is not working, right? I don't have the time. I'm sick, I'm tired. This is Santa. Santa says, I have 85,851 elves to deliver 2 toys for 2 billion children. You have to maximize the resources available to you. You have to maximize the resources available to you. When Chris and Mary started, right, they didn't have what we have now. They didn't have what we have now. There was no back office, I believe. There was, I don't know if the blueprint was even available, I'm not sure. Flip charts or there was nothing. Valuetainment wasn't even what it is now. But you never hear them complaining about not having any of that. Who amongst us here complain about not having enough resources? Well, I don't have my flip chart. Where's the hustle? You know, they didn't have any of that, and they still made it happen. Why? Because they're resourceful. That makes a difference. You have to be resourceful. You have to be resourceful. You have to make the most of what you got. Santa doesn't complain, man. 85,851 elves to deliver toys for 2 billion children in one night. Start skydiving like Anna Morris. In one night. In one night, guys. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work, but like every children gets a toy, right? There's no excuse. He's resourceful. He makes it happen. In his workshop, he makes it happen. Guys, to finish, these are make the most of what you have, and this is what he talks about. Number one, make the most of your time. Make the most of your time. Chris always talks about, it's not about how many hours you have in a day, it's the value that you bring to the hour. So Santa has to maximize the time he does. The elves are working and working and working and working and working and working because they know there's only a few of them for 2 billion children on this planet. Every second counts. Every second counts. Every second counts. Maximize the best. Maximize your time. Number two, making the most of money. You don't have a lot of money, right? Use it wisely, but learn how to make more money. Use it wisely, but learn how to make more money. Number three, make the most of materials and equipment, such as flip chart, hustle, back office, the office here. It's a beautiful office. It's a beautiful office. And number four, make the most of your talent and your leader's expertise. Make the most of your talent and your leader's expertise. So Santa's been doing this for thousands of years, and you still get little elves that just arrived at the workshop a day earlier, like, you don't really know what you're doing, Santa. Like, bro, you've been here for like a day. I've been doing this for thousands of years, like, you still don't know what you're doing. You still don't know what, Nick, you still don't know what you're doing, Nick. I've been doing this for a while, right? So guys, I know it's kind of, it may seem corny to you, but I was reading it. Doesn't it make sense? Everything that we talk about, isn't that going through the business? I was reading it, I was like, man, this is like, I swear, like Patrick wrote this thing. But it makes 100% sense if you implement it into your business. Now that it's December 1st, if you have a team, you start from scratch, but sell them a vision. Sell them a vision. Build a wonderful workshop. Choose your reindeer wisely. Reindeer as a recruits, right? Right, Stephanie? Stephanie's looking at me like, what the hell is he talking about? Santa, what's going on over here?
It's an inside joke. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Lord knows.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, number three, make a list and check it twice. The plan. Make a plan, but then work the plan. Make the plan and work the plan. Everybody has a plan. I think most of us have a plan, but do we ever work it? Can you imagine if Santa didn't work the plan? Chris, what would happen? What would happen?
There would be nothing.
There would be nothing. We have no childhood, man. No toys, man. And then we'll be Grinches. All be Grinches. There will be a lot of Nicks and Javier's walking around, man. And Mary's walking around in this world like, For us, the world will be a better place. For you guys, it will be miserable, right? Guys, this is all I have right now. If you guys want to, I can continue on. Then maybe the next BOM finishes the other 6 points. It's a really good book. I don't know. Maybe online you guys can order it because I found it on the store. It's called The Leadership Secrets of Santa Claus. It's like really, really thin. It's really thin. You can finish this in one day.
Can you just say what 5 and 6 are? Like, don't explain it, just say, what is it?
Man, why don't you buy it, bro?
I will, after you tell me.
All right, guys, so he's talking about, okay, listen to the elves, that's number 4. Listen to the elves, obviously, put in perspective, listen to your people and your team, and there's more bullet points in there. Number 5, get beyond the red wagons. What he's talking about is change. He's talking about change, right? Buy the book, and I can go over the next class. Number 6, share the milk and cookies. Obviously, he's talking about knowledge. He's talking about experience, right? And he's talking about failures too. Share your failures as well, so people can see that you've been there before. It's a painful road. It's a lonely road to success, right?
I didn't understand 5.
Get beyond the red wagons. He's talking about the little red wagons back in like all us Gen Xers, we had like the red wagon, the 4 And then the elves got upset because they were building their right. They were masters. They were called the master red wagons. And then new toys arrived. The kids didn't want those anymore. They wanted technology. I want a computer. I want a laptop. And all of a sudden the elves is like, we don't know how to build that. So they had to change. They have to change. There's a message behind it, guys. There's a message behind it. So we're children number 7. Find out who's naughty and nice. That's Mary's job. Find out who's naughty and nice, right? So if you have a team, that includes you, by the way. He talks about, I have to look at myself in the mirror. Santa, oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble with Mrs. Santa Claus. Like, I'm in trouble, right? And number 8, be good for goodness sake. Be good for goodness sake. So you don't have to go into Mary's office and stand a parade rest and get the wrath on this film. Guys, that's all I have. If you want me to, I can go over the next ones on the next BOM class. If you guys want, we're in the Christmas spirit. I think it's a great book. I loved it. With that being said, guys, guys, let's give it up for our coach, our leader, our mentor, our SVP. Let's give it up for Mr. Christopher Powell. Let's give it up.
Guys, you gotta be excited, man.
Hey, who signed this for you?
No, it was just like that.
Somebody gave a signed book away.
Oh.
Like, you never give those away.
The author signed it?
I don't know who signed it.
It was signed when I bought it now.
Santa?
Santa signed it.
So much knowledge. So much knowledge. How are you guys?